Oh my! Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Solu Broadcasting Network. I am your host, Scotty Bonner, along here with my cameraman, Mr. Aiden Matter, and we are live from the Rose Garden in Norwich, Connecticut, as the Ontario Hockey Academy paying visit versus the Norwich Hockey Club. You see Ontario OHA boys out there with their maroon sweaters and gold lettering, gold trim, white trim, gold numbers, or I guess you could say bronze numbers almost, kind of gold. And the white nameplate and maroon lettering for the names. We'll see who's going to get the start in between the pipes, if it's going to be Ocean Lee or it's going to be Nicholas Soroy. Soroy got the start yesterday for Ontario, so we'll see who gets the start here today. In Norwich, they get a good close-up look at it, wearing their gorgeous home white sweaters. Here today with the red and gray shoulders, gray numbers with red trim, red shorts with white stripe. Oh, there is no stripes on the shorts. I apologize. White socks with red and gray trim, and we'll see who's going to get the start in between the pipes here today for the Norwich Hockey Academy. And if it's going to be Oliver Lee, number 31, he seems to be getting the majority of the shots. Or Connor Mertz, who had the shutout here yesterday for Norwich. All right. Our boys are out there. They haven't started the warm-up clock yet, so you still got plenty of time, ladies and gentlemen, to make that sarsaparilla, make that sandwich. They just started the clock now. There's 5 minutes left to go on the boys' warm-up, so we'll be starting in a little bit. They're going to go over the starting lineups, then the national anthems of our neighbors to the north, Canada, and, of course, the United States of America. Then the rest will drop the puck, and we will be underway. So we'll be right back to join you in a few minutes here. We're going to make sure that everything is operational and that we're on all of our social media areas that we're supposed to be on. As after yesterday's difficulties, we don't want to have difficulties 2 days in a row now, do we? No, I don't think that we do. So thank you so much for joining us. A gorgeous day here in southeastern Connecticut, and the game will be underway in just a few moments. We're going to step away for a quick second. We'll be right back. You're watching the Norwich Hockey Club here on Solu. All right, ladies and gentlemen, looks like everything is functioning as it is supposed to, so thank the maker. So I hope you're ready. It should be another fantastic affair. A real good one yesterday. The score was 6-0, so a little bit lopsided score, but you can kind of feel that way during the whole affair as these two teams are going at it. Looks like relatively the same lineups out there, certainly for Ontario. We'll see if Norwich has got a couple of different players out there skating today. They have a varsity and I don't know if you call it a JV or U18, U16. Sort of, kind of. I don't know if they've actually worked all that out just yet, but we'll see if they might have a couple of different players in the lineup here for the boys in white and red. I think certainly we're going to get a different goaltender. I think we're going to get a look at Ocean Lee here for Ontario, and for the Norwich Hockey Club, I think we're going to get a look at Oliver Lee. So it'll be the battle of the Lees going at Ocean and Oliver. Oh, how about that? I just noticed that. It really wasn't that hard to notice, but, well, it almost eluded me. Well, thank God I brought my A game with me here today, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you got yours with you as well at home. Hope you're enjoying this fantastic weekend. Gorgeous out today, low 60s. Perfect cool breeze out there. Leaves are turning, falling. Time to start sweeping up the leaves, that sort of time of year. Halloween this week, I guess, for those who celebrate. And, of course, Thanksgiving, the greatest holiday in the history of mankind, coming up only a month away from now. So we are about ready to get underway here. A few more minutes left to go during warm-up, so a few more minutes for you to get that horsey sauce on that sandwich. Get the ice all the way up to the top of the cup. Fill it up. Get your sarsaparilla opened and ready to go with the bottle opener. This should be a good one here. Another matinee. They played yesterday, these two, at 3 o'clock. A 6-0 victory for Norwich yesterday with a nice job of spreading out the goal scoring yesterday. Morrison had 2, Meirano had 1, Pazzalia had 1, Croto had 1, and Burke had 1 as well, right in front of you there. Donovan Burke, number 21, wearing Brent Sutter's old number. Getting ready to go here. Jeremy Caron out there, number 8. So I see a couple of different players dressed tonight. Here for Norwich. We're looking forward to a fantastic affair. As I said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. I really love the updates that they've done to the sweaters. Last year's a much bigger upgrade there for Norwich. All right. 1 minute left to go. Then we'll have the starting lineups and the national anthems, and we will be ready to drop the puck here. A little bit disconcerting, though. I don't hear any music coming from the DJ booth. I don't like hockey without music, ladies and gentlemen. You know, there's a reason church has a choir. You want to set the atmosphere right. No music. Well, you got to remember, I still am consider myself a goaltender, and goaltenders like to cut the rug. And when there's no music, I don't get the opportunity to cut the rug, and well, life just isn't as much fun. We'll see. Hopefully they get that going in the second period as the warm-ups now coming to a close here. The Ontario Hockey Academy will be scanning from your right to your left. Norwich from your left to your right on your screen at home. So thank you so much for joining us once again. My name is Scotty Bonner. I'm your host, along here with my cameraman, Mr. Aiden Manor. And you're watching Norwich Hockey Club Hockey here on the Solu Broadcasting Academy. Warm-ups have now come to a close, and the boys will gather the pucks in, and we'll be about ready to get things underway here from the Rose Garden, southeastern Connecticut, literally in the shadows of the Mohegan Sun Casino, the golf course, right across the parking lot there. I think about the 7th or 8th hole. And the casino, a stone's throw away. So if you want to hustle over there, put some shekels here on Norwich Hockey Club, or some loonies or some toonies, and hustle right back over, you probably wouldn't miss much of the game. Make yourself a little bit of money. Although I think you can do it on FanDuel now, so that's nice too. All right, we're going to play 17-minute stanzas here. Icing and offsides are in effect. Yesterday there was delayed offsides, so hopefully there is delayed offsides once again. And as they break their huddle, and I think it is going to be Lee, number 31, wearing Billy Smith's old number. I think getting the start today for Norwich. And down at the other end, we'll see if it's going to be Soroy or Lee down at the other end. All right, we'll turn it over to the PA announcer. It's going to tell everybody to be nice to each other.
Norwich Hockey Club believes good competition goes hand in hand with good character and good sportsmanship demonstrated by all players and fans. Disrespectful behavior by players, coaches, fans, and officials will not be tolerated. Thank you for your cooperation. Now let's meet our starting lineups. First, for Ontario Hockey Academy, right wing, number 16, Alexander Lapinski.
Number 16, Alexandre Lapinski.
Left wing, number 8, Nick Arbor.
Ryan Wong.
Number 78, Ollie Rusty Jones. And number 62, Aaron Wood.
Nick Arbor, Rusty Jones. Ocean Lee getting the starting between the pipes, and Aaron Wood round out the starting 5 or 6 for Ontario. Number 28, Cote Tardif. Daniel Morrison. Benedette Tonko.
Number 89, Jack Frazier.
Jack Frazier.
20, Felix
Felix
Luke Langlois.
Luke Langlois.
Number 31, Oliver Lee.
Oliver Lee getting the start in between the pipes. So both goaltenders named Lee. So much less of a chance of me messing up the names of the goaltenders.
There'll be no anthems today. We have no music battle.
All right. I'm not sure if we're playing the national anthems or we're going to play hockey or... Well, we're going to play hockey sooner or later, so... Usually they play the national anthems there, but doesn't look like that's happening today. All right, well. Either way, we're ready to go here in Norwich. It's the Norwich Hockey Club taking on the Ontario Hockey Academy. The Mavericks from the OHA. I don't know if their friends call them OHA, but I don't see why you wouldn't. All right, so like we said, 17-minute periods. Icing and offsides are in effect. There is the late offsides, or there was yesterday. If you ice the puck when you're shorthanded, it was not icing yesterday, so hopefully those rules still apply today. which would mean that there would be a sudden death or sudden life overtime. Should it go to overtime, or should it end in tie in regulation? All right. Boys have collected all the pucks. We're about ready to get underway. Lee versus Lee in between the pipes here. Number 35 for Ontario, number 31 for Norwich. All right. Morrison, who had 2 goals yesterday, leans in to take the opening faceoff against Ryan Wong. The ref drops the puck, and we are underway from the Rose Garden here in Norwich, Connecticut. As quickly, Norwich sliding the puck over. That's knocked down Langlois. Langlois up ahead, down the left wing. Tonko will dump it in. Morrison will give chase. Morrison, a very good 200-foot centerman. Had a good game yesterday. I just like his game. Man, very good face-off man. Very good defensively. And like yesterday, got a couple to boot, so good hockey player. At the blue line now, trying to chip it up ahead. Back the other way quickly now, Langlois. Langlois got Morrison with him, sliding it across. Lost the handle on it. Came back to Morrison. Morrison in the corner with it there, trying to get it in front. Couldn't do so. Knocked aside. Good job on the forecheck, though. Flying in. Dorgier. Into the corner it goes now. Morrison will track it there. Morrison got it to settle down. Tried to get it back on the forehand. Knocked aside by Elkin. Thought Elkin had a good game yesterday. Quickly out now. Lopensay to the outside. Lopensay letting the shot go over the waffle of Lee. Lopensay getting to it first. Blew out a tire and back the other way now. Here comes Norwich. Quickly moving the puck. Dorgier sliding it across. Pulling the trigger. Big stop. The rebound. Lee got the flipper on that. And comes out to center ice. Good quick shot there. Norwich on the back check. Breaking it up. On and now De Carafol. That's sent back up. Testa sent it along, slid across there by Amazial, excuse me. That comes back to center ice, knocked in. If they touch it, it's offsides. They never touched it. I think the ref thought he was going to touch it, but oh well. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, the burden of perfection I learned long ago, far too heavy for the broadcaster to carry, and I quickly put it down. So the ref calls it offsides. He thought he was going to touch it, so no harm, no foul. We've all seen a lot worse calls. If that's the worst call we get today, I'll sign right now. So will the refs. Lee behind the net. Though the officiating all year, for the most part, in the Norwich games and the Seahawks games, has been very good, in my opinion. And here comes Meirano now. Meirano out there with Lefton for Norwich. And coming away with it, Ontario. Trying to step. Nice job there. Taking away the real estate by Amizal. Love when my defensemen and defense ladies step up at all 3 lines. Amizal did that just right there. Up along the boards now, sent in on the backhand there by Bautista. That goes behind the net. Coming away with it now, Lalonde, Tristan Lalonde. Couldn't get it out, kept in by Norwich. Into the corner it goes now, came loose now on the backhand. Big save, Lee, the rebound, Lee. Got the waffle on that. Nice stop there by Ocean Lee. Along the boards, trying to get it out. Norwich applying good pressure on the forecheck as Jeremy Caron, number 8, keeps the puck in. At the blue line, pouring it down, trying to keep it in, setting it down low on the stick now, Lefton, sending it behind the net, chasing it into the corner. And there is Bautista. Bautista lost his footing there for a while, came for Caron. Caron will just dump it into the corner. It goes off into the corner as they do battle there. Lefton trying to come away with it, pushing and shoving. Cutting to the cooker there. Looked like that was number 71 it was. Is Zach Pazzalia. So Pazzalia getting his first shift out there. Zach Pazzalia. On the puck now, right in front of his own goalkeeper, Lee. Pazzalia off the boards. That's intercepted, sent back in there by Lapensace. 14 minutes left to go here. 3 minutes gone by, a scoreless opening period. Still an opportunity for everybody here and everybody at home to put in $5 a man on the first goal. No point in watching youth hockey without gambling on it, ladies and gentlemen. Over the blue line with speed, slid off the stick, heading back to it, letting the shot go, and flashing the Mizuno is Lee. As down the right wing came the Norwich Hockey Academy. I believe that was Frazier. Let me see if I can get a list. It was Jack Frazier on the rush there. Got it away quickly. All right, leaning in now. Elliot Vanes. He's got behind him. That looks like, is that number 82? Or 92? Can't see who that is. Well, we'll get back to you about that. And Vanes out there right behind him is Langlois. Sending it behind the net. Vanes in on the forecheck. Bodies collide there as it comes back now to Langlois. Felix Luke Langlois had it knocked away, and here comes Testa now. Testa down the left wing. Testa at the dot, sliding it across. And then sliding by there was Frazier as Frazier took away the low ice. Big hit in the corner. And the puck comes back out to center. On it there, Ruski Jones. Ruski Jones wheeling and dealing over the blue line. Lets the shot go, Lee. Gets the flipper out on that. Kept in on net. Lee covers up, and there'll be no further play. 13 minutes left to go here in the opening stanza. 0-0 is the score still. Couple of opportunities at both ends, and both netminders looking sharp here in the early going. Well, Ocean and Oliver Lee. Leaning in to take it now is Fleetham. A quick shot there right off the face-off over the glove of Lee. Comes back to the blue line, Ruski Jones. Ruski Jones sending it down low. Straight away now with the puck, letting the shot go. Lee got the flipper on it. Big rebound there all the way off to the corner. Big hit there. As Ternius Bell lays the lumber into him. Along the boards now cleared but not out. That's kept in at the blue line. Sent down low for Fleetham. Fleetham trying to get it loose. Got it back to the blue line. On the backhand, didn't get a lot on it. And came right back to him now. A chance to keep it in. There by Wood. And it comes back out. Ruski Jones kicks it to himself. Up for Lalonde. Lalonde hounded there by Cote Tardif. Walking in with the Ruski Jones, but it came out offsides is the call. 12 minutes and 20 seconds left to go here in the opening stanza. Still a scoreless affair here between the Norwich Hockey Club and the Ontario Hockey Academy and the Mavericks. Face-off one back to Fung. Fung moved it over. Good puck movement there by Ontario, and they get it in deep. Good simple hockey there as Lee dropped the stick there. I don't know if he meant to or what happened there, but he dropped the stick and covered up and took a chop. A little bit slow to get up. He seems all right, though. He's crashing to the cooker there. Minato was in the neighborhood along the left and seat. And I believe that's Ryan Wong. It is. Wong at center ice now. Leans in to take the draw. There against Dick Caraful. Norwich coming away with it. On it now is Burke. Burke had a good game yesterday. He's had a good season thus far here for Norwich. Up for Pizzalia. Pizzalia over the blue line. Were they offsides? They were not offsides at the blue line. Thought it might have been offsides. And the ref agrees with the broadcaster. That doesn't happen every day. And 12 minutes left to go. Here in the opening stanza. Still no music, though. That's upsetting to me. At the blue line, trying to get it forward. Down the left wing, dancing with it now is Burke. Burke at the goal line. Burke trying to hit the trailer. That bounced around dangerously. As Batista was looking for the pass there. Knocked ahead. De Carafil knocked it down, picked up, and back the other way. Here comes Norwich down the right wing. Making the move there. Torgier. That's sent behind the net by Pizzalia. All the way into the corner now. Burke. Burke fights off the check there, protecting the puck. Tried to get it in front. Pizzalia stepping up into his man. Lays the lumber into him. That electrifies the crowd. Nice hit there. Number 71 in white. Zachary Pizzalia. And now down at the other end. Here's a chance now down at the same end. The other side I meant. And a chance in front is Norwich causing the turnover with their physicality. Back the other way now, Elkin. Elkin, 1-on-3. Elkin letting the shot go on that one. Deflected off the stick of Frazier. And into and out of play. I'll tell you, Frazier, very solid defenseman. Very good two-way defenseman. A little bit out of control in this game, but I think that's good. I'm not saying he should tune it down or anything like that. A little bit like Matthew Schneider back in the day. For those of you who remember old number 72 on the Islanders, and of course, Les Habitants, the Canadians. Great defenseman, love Schneider. Matthew, he was a Matthew, not a Matthew. He was one of my favorite Islanders of all time. One of my favorite, him and Adrian Aucoin. I love Aucoin. Into the corner it goes now. Chased down there by Frazier. Frazier puts the brakes on and he'll turn back. He reminds me of Matthew Schneider. That's a compliment from where I'm from, ladies and gentlemen. Sent ahead now. A foot race ensues. Trying to get to it left and got it out in front, but a nice job by Ontario to get back and break it up as Meirano in on the forecheck there for Norwich. Back the other way now, Testa. Testa moving the puck along 3-on-2. That one goes off the skates of Frazier. Frazier in the corner. Frazier softly out, and away comes Norwich now. Back the other way. Through the neutral zone with speed. Lefton to the outside. He'll dump it in. Lefton will get it himself. Lefton behind the net. Lefton got it out in front. Here's a chance now. Pulling the trigger. That just missed. as Croteau came through. Bodies go flying in the corner. Under 10 minutes to go now in a very fast-paced opening stanza. Meirano took one off the leg, and he's doing a little bit of the injured flamingo over to the bench. And let's see what the call is. I think high sticking. Let's see. Is it a penalty or no? I believe the net just off its moorings there at the end there. Well, 9:47 left to go here in the opening stanza. Still a scoreless affair, 0-0. There's the score. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. An absolute blessing, honor, and privilege to be here with you today. Just a blessing, honor, and privilege to be a small part and soon to be bigger part of the Norwich Hockey Club family. As you know, if you're a fan of the program, how excited Michelle and I are that the Norwich will be launching its girls program next year, and just so excited and thankful that our daughter Sophia will be part of the inaugural team. Cannot wait. She cannot wait. Big hit in the corner there from behind. Didn't see who it was on. It was thrown by Fleetham. I just want to see everybody from Norwich get back up. Everybody looks okay. It was Meirano. Meirano always looks like a prize fighter coming out from the 15th round. Oh, excuse me. It's not Meirano. It was 17. That was Croteau. I apologize. I guess there's something about wearing 7 on your jersey. Croteau seems all right. That was a dangerous hit from behind. I'll see. I wonder if it's going to be a major. It might be. I see 5 fingers there. Yeah, hit from behind and a misconduct. So I believe it's going to be a 5-minute power play here for Norwich. Let's see. We'll wait to see what the scorekeeper's booth puts on the board, but I believe it's going to be. I saw 5 fingers. And you don't put out 5 fingers, ladies and gentlemen, unless somebody's asking how many chicken wings you want. And I didn't see anybody in the scorekeeper's booth indicate the internationally recognized sign for chicken wing to the official. So I think it's a major. Well, 2 minutes, of course. There you have it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I believe they call that disinformation. Back to the blue line now, walking with it, sending it down low. Meirano, a little bit of give and go, a little bit of hot potato there with Veins from Meirano, and the whistle blown dead. And the net came off its protective moorings yet again. It comes off a lot. I mean, the other option is to have it on longer posts and it doesn't come off at all when guys crash into it, or it just comes off more often than you like. The ref looking like he's trying to go ice fishing there, creating a hole there. And the lake's just outside of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Never been ice fishing. Always kind of wanted to do it. The older I get, the less I want to do it. Seems like a good idea. When I was younger, I don't know if I want to do that, especially how much time I spend in cold rinks. I'd rather go fishing, like in liquid water, I think, at this point. Here's a chance now, letting the shot go. Big stop by Lee as Meirano got down to one knee. Great puck movement, though, by the hockey club, the Norwich boys. Moving the puck around brilliantly there. One of the captains, Elliot Veins. They have 2 captains, I think. I don't know, 2, 3. You know how I feel about that. After 1, yeah. All right, 8:54 left to go. And in the sin bin still is Fleethman. 1:30 left to go on the power play. Norwich trying to dig it loose. And set up the power play once again. They do. As Meirano dropped it off there for Veins. Veins sending it hard along. Into the corner. Came back to Veins behind the net. Pazzalia chipping down to help out now. Zachary Pazzalia puts the brakes on. Nice job staying with him there by Laycock. But over to help out is Veins. Veins got it to Meirano. Meirano chipped it back. Veins, good hand-eye coordination behind the net. Got it back to the blue line. Now we see them setting up shop here. On it now, Amizal. Amizal. Nice saucer pass down low. Bounces around. Came to Meirano. Norwich still in possession of the puck. They've been in possession now for 1 minute and 10 seconds of this power play. Meirano, puck on the stick there. Back, Amizal, side of the net, letting the shot go off the heel of the stick. As Croteau is in the neighborhood. Croteau got it now. Meirano. Meirano lets the shot go. He scores! Sheldon Meirano putting it top shelf where Mama hides the baby Tylenol. And on a beautiful power play with a tremendous amount of puck movement, Meirano buries the biscuit there. A gorgeous laser beam there. And under 8 minutes to go now in the first stanza. Norwich gets on the board on the power play, 1-0. There's your score. Oh, beautiful power play. Norwich was in control for the entire minute and 27 seconds that they had the power play. They won the first face-off, had control of the puck. The net got knocked off its moorings, won the second face-off, and never relinquished control of the puck until now, the ref dropping the puck at center ice. That is good control. That's good face-offs, good coaching, and good execution by the lads. When you got possession deep in the other team's zone, the power play seems to last for 10 minutes. Poured down now. On it in the corner there, Cote Tardif. Right, Ontario comes away with it, cleared, and hops over the stick of Karen at the center. Karen got back to it, sent it back in as he was behind the red line, or is it a penalty? I don't think it's icing. The ref's arm is in the air. Both teams have touched it now. Finally looks like it's going to be a penalty. Elliot Vines getting the assist. And number 8 there, Jeremy Caron. 2 minutes for playing hockey too roughly with others. So an opportunity now for Ontario. As they'll have their first power play of this matinee. Matinee is such a cool word to say. I love going to matinees during the summer when it's nice and hot. Get in there, the air conditioner's on, cool off, come back out, and doesn't feel as hot. Hopefully the movie was good. Get yourself a little lunch. I don't think I've ever gone to a matinee and not gotten lunch, either before or after. It's just, I don't know. I've led a good life, people. I've led a good life. Up ahead now is Elcom. Elcom sliding it across. Chased by Morrison. So the power play continues here for Ontario, but that's knocked down. Beautiful stick in the passing lane. Morrison now shorthanded. Morrison puts the brakes on, sending it down low. It was Meyrano. Meyrano had a man cutting. That's Frazier. Morrison walks in, pulls the trigger. Waffle save by Lee. A minute 23 to go on the power play, but it's Norwich applying the pressure here. Shorthanded. Morrison right through the goal mouth. Meyrano chased down against Elkin. Came back out the center. Swiping at it there was Langlois. He didn't get it. Frazier comes over and lays the lumber into him. And then he gets the lumber laid right back into him there by Lapenset. Good physical interaction there by both organizations. That pleases the broadcaster. As Burke almost poured it down shorthanded. Out to the blue line it goes now. Chance for Ontario as they break in. Down the left wing now Laycock. Laycock back to the blue line. And that's on the stick there of Elkin. Elkin for Laycock. Laycock sliding it over. Trying to get to it. Leaning in. Good job there. And sent away to center now. Shorthanded down the left wing. Here comes Burke. Burke on the puck. Burke to the forehand. Lets the shot go. Big stop by Lee. As Burke tried to get him drifting, but he stayed back, kept that waffle in position. Now comes back to Burke. Lee covering up, and there'll be no further play. So a good penalty kill here. Well, the Norwich boys, with 5:45 left to go here in the opening stanza, they lead 1-0. 27 seconds left on the Maverick power play. The goal scorer thus far today is Mr. Meyrano. And buried the biscuit. He always puts up big numbers when he's playing on Solu. That's why I got him starting on my Fantasy Youth Hockey League team this week. You should do the same. Might be too late now, though. Here's Nelson. Nelson back to the blue line, letting the shot go deflected in front. Lee, the save. Trickles just wide behind the net. Ontario still in possession. Back and just down to the outstretched arms there of Jeffrey Laycock. Chasing it there is De Carafol. That comes back to the blue line, taking down Burke. Burke with his second shorthanded opportunity. Burke's really got the legs going today. He's had a tremendous season, had a good game yesterday. He puts his head down, he skates so low to the ice. That's not a critique or anything. It's just an observation. So don't get me wrong. When he comes at you, he looks like a bull. He's got his head like down and his neck up. Just a unique skating style, but hey, I'm not telling the guy how to skate. He's flying around out there. Don't get me wrong. I would just be terrified. But that's just me. 5:06 left to go now. The ref looking at the Zamboni door. There's a little bit of trouble with it there. I think it needs to be closed a little bit more securely or more flushly, if you will, if I want to sound like somebody who can fix something, which I can't. I can't even screw in a light bulb. But I have been a nurse for 20-something years, so, that's my excuse. Don't have much to do in the handyman department. And looks like we got something was handed to the official there. What is that? I'm not sure what that is. Oh, is it for the goals? Oh, they got the bigger I guess the bigger sticks for the goals. They don't look much different than the other ones, but maybe these will hold up a little better. I guess the official's hoping. So that was the delay. It wasn't a Zamboni door as I had hypothesized, but I said it with confidence. So I'm sure somebody out there believed me. And now the official with the new pole, or the new goalpost mooring, I suppose it would be called. Now, I'm not sure how that's different from the other ones, but apparently, maybe it is. What do I know? As far as I know, the Zamboni door is still broken. That one looks shorter than the other ones. Am I not mistaken? Oh, maybe they work better. Maybe it's wider. Well, it'll just have to be one of those mysteries, ladies and gentlemen, that we'll just never find out. Oh, 3. The other one doesn't have that? Oh, okay. There we go. See? Oh, it's good to have friends, ladies and gentlemen. Good to have friends. Oh, now we put the other one in. Now we're getting serious. So the other one's got the metal spikes. All right, so there we go. They probably, maybe those were out there for the little kids, and then these are for the bigger boys. I'm thinking maybe they didn't switch them up. All right, well, listen, if that's the worst thing that happens to us all here today, I think we're having a pretty darn good day. I'll sign right now if that's the worst part of my day. Face-off won by Ontario, hard around. Pinching over to get it there was Langlois, but couldn't keep it in. And rolls out the center on the stick of Frazier. Frazier behind the net. Frazier protecting the puck. Comes out the other side with it. Makes the first pass. Beautiful second chip pass. Slid off the stick there, Lefton. Sent back. Nice job there by Langlois to find it in his skates. And here comes Lefton. Lefton up the boards and chipped in by Bautista. Goes behind the net. On it there, Bizet Casco. In the corner it goes now, Elkin. And came back to the blue line. Langlois got the shot away. Knocking on the doorstep. Trying to find it there was Archibald. And it slid off his stick down low. Archibald was in front of the cooker all alone there for a moment. Lee stayed with him. Well, Ocean Lee's been very good here in the opening stanza. Sent all the way down. Good hustle there as Testa got the official to call off the icing. Pinching in was Wong sending it behind the net. That goes hard around. Hops over the stick there of Fung and all the way down. No icing, I don't think. Like I said, there's icing. With 4:01 left to go. Here in the opening stanza, clearly the officials have nowhere to go this afternoon. Icing is the call. Now tomorrow, Sunday, big day in the NFL tomorrow. Patriots and the Jets up here. You know, a big Patriot fan. Born and raised in New York, ladies and gentlemen. Born in Queens, raised on Long Island. Obviously, big Islander fan, big Met fan. I mean, the shot go, but ever since I was a little kid, I was a Patriot fan way before Bledsoe and Parcells, way before their first Super Bowl against the Bears. Well, after being a Met and Islander Knick fan, big hit there along the boards for years. God rewarded me, at least with the Patriots. Down the left wing, the Knicks, Islanders, and Mets didn't do anything for a couple of decades, while the Patriots did nothing but win. So, you got to give something to get something in this world, I guess. So anyway, not sure where I was going with that. But a good opportunity there caused from the big hit by the Norwich Hockey Club. 1-0 is the score. Back to the blue line, letting the shot go. Amizal right on target. A nice stop there by the goaltender Lee. That's a good shot, though, from the blue line. The puck came off the boards, and he didn't wind up to it. Didn't take too much time. Didn't give the goaltender a chance to get his feet set. I think he's thinking he can get as much on it as he would have liked to, perhaps, but still the right play, though. My daughter's a defense lady. I tell her, get the puck on net as quick as you can, a couple of feet off the ice. Anything good can happen. The worst that happens is the goalie makes the save and there's no rebound. I mean, there's a variety of good things that can occur from a quick shot from the blue line. So a nice shot there by Amizial. Trust me, the goaltender doesn't have his feet set. You know, he might make the save, but not control the rebound. You know, could always go off a body, you know. Like I said, there's a variety of goodness that comes from shooting the puck. There's a shot from a tough angle, and that's from the perspective of a goaltender. I used to hate guys that would shoot from anywhere. Give me the guy looking to dish it. Give me the guy looking to carry it. My neighbor across the street used to love to fire it from anywhere. Made things very difficult on me many an afternoon on Glenda Drive. Well, depending on what part we were playing on. Half was Glenda Drive, half was Glenda Road. We had two different street signs, one on each end of the block. True story. So we would always debate where we were from, Glenda Drive or Glenda Road. Sent ahead. No icing. Tipped and sent in now. Chasing it down there. Cote Tardif on the puck. Got it out in front of Morrison in the neighborhood. Went back to the blue line there. Karen will send it down. Out there also is Tonko. Tonko right at the cooker. Tonko turning, wheeling, letting the shot go. Man, well. And after all that, the net has come off its three-pronged moorings. Well. Our ref now trying to get some more ice down there, I guess. So it'll freeze around the post itself. And that has come off quite a number of times here in the opening stanza, but that's what happens when you get to the cooker. You want your boys getting to the cooker, so if the opposition's net is coming off a lot, then you guys are doing a good job. Burke sends it across. Behind the net it goes now. And coming away with there, Bielsa Costco, he lost the handle on it. Good job of back checking there as Norwich causes the turnover. In on the forecheck now. As I said yesterday, and I'll repeat it here now, they're at their best when their forecheck is at its most tenacious. Back to the blue line. Stepping up was Frazier, but chipped ahead now down the right wing. They come a 2-on-1, quickly turning into a 3-on-3 as everybody got back for Norwich. Broke it up nicely. Back to the blue line, letting the shot go. That's deflected on the way in. As Costco got the shot away. Back for Fung. Fung let the shot go. That was deflected down low. Bouncing puck, side of the net, on the back of the mesh there. Play is blown dead by the officiating crew. 11:19 left to go here. And 1-0 is the score. Leaning in to take the draw now, Mr. Ryan Wong. Wong wearing number 59. Can't think of anybody who wore 59. He's his own man, ladies and gentlemen. Behind the net, big hit there. Has laying the lumber into him there. Behind the net was Arbor. Aimed back to the blue line. Along the boards out. I was wondering yesterday, nobody got to me about it. This gentleman there letting the quick shot go, Arbor. Related to the great legendary Al Arbor. Letting the shot go, Lee gloves it down and hold on to it, and they went to go play it, but then just decided to hold on to it with 50 seconds left to go here. In the opening stanza, 1-0. Norwich Hockey Club leading it. The power play goal by Sheldon Meirano, and that's all that there is today. Well, if you got the under in Vegas, you're feeling okay about things right now as they stand. Got the over, yeah. It might be a little bit concerning. They want to parlay something in between the first and second period. Not that I advocate for such things, but no point in losing money. Behind the net on it, now there, Amizal with the puck. Amizal hounded from behind, got it out to center, all the way down. Will it go far enough for icing? It does. So icing is the call with just 38 seconds left to go here in what has been a very, very long first period. A lot of face-offs, a lot of whistles, a lot of Morang problems. Not even a lot of penalties or scrums or brouhaha. Certainly not a melee. And nowhere near anything like a Donnybrook. It's a period just taking a long time. That's all right. I got nowhere to go. The Islanders don't play till 7:30 tonight against the Champs. Champs are in town. And, of course, the Yankees and Dodgers chipped ahead now. Rolling puck. The clock hasn't started. That might explain why the period's so long. And then it goes now. Trying to get it out in front. They're digging. They're mucking. Doing their homework was Norwich. And peeling away with it there was Laycock. My one sent ahead. Here comes Lalonde. Lalonde at the dot. Lalonde pulls the trigger, but and saved there by Lee. I think we're in some free hockey time here as the clock wasn't running. Sent all the way down. It's going to go for icing. No icing. The ref has waved it off. On it now. Coteau got it back out in front. Bouncing puck. Taken away. Coteau following up. Pulls the trigger. Big stop. The rebound. They score! Wait a minute. It looks like the ref might be waving it off here. I think he's saying that it ran out of time. He's pointing at the scorekeepers. He's right. They didn't start the clock for quite some time. I was going to say that really shouldn't count. Let's see if that's what he's talking about here. No, it's a penalty. Never mind, ladies and gentlemen. I'm completely making all that up. Hooking is the call, apparently. Elliott Vane, so it's going to be no goal either way. I thought he was going to say that. That shouldn't have occurred because the period, should have been over because they started the clock late. I thought the ref was onto something. And he was not. It was a penalty right on the goal as Vanes goes to the sin bin. Coach Sheehan wants an explanation. Vanes in the sin bin. I think it was for cross-checking, so 3.7 seconds left to go here in the opening period. So how about that? We shouldn't even have been playing those seconds, and it turns out to be a disallowed goal and a power play for Ontario. Huh? Interesting. And the face-off deep in the zone there, letting the shot go, and finally the period comes to a close. Your score at the end of one, the Norwich Hockey Club 1, the Ontario Hockey Academy 0. We'll be right back with the start of the second period in about 15 minutes. Enjoy your intermission, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Norwich Hockey Club hockey here only on the Solu. How you doing, sir? I hope I've been getting it better. Thank you, sir. Go get something over here and I'll come back on and come to the No, my, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Norwich Hockey Club Hockey. The second stanza are about ready to get underway here as the Zamboni has done what Zambonis do, and the boys have emerged from the locker room on clean sheet of ice. Norwich with the lead on the power play goal by Sheldon Moirano, and lead this one 1-0. A very well played opening stanza. Both goaltenders had a couple of nice saves, but it was the power play goal by Moirano that's the difference maker thus far in the affair. Lee in between the pipes for Ontario. Lee in between the pipes for Norwich. Ocean and Oliver, respectively. So, Lees. All right. We're about ready to get underway. Both teams making a bunch of noise with their hockey sticks. Norwich, are they shorthanded here? Did the penalty carry over? Oh, it did. I guess there was a penalty at the end of the period. And it came against Vanes. I was unaware, so Vanes is in the sin bin for a penalty right at the end of the opening stanza. That was unbeknownst to the broadcaster, but if you're a fan of the program, you know that a lot of things are unbeknownst to me. So here we are now. It is beknownst. So a power play for Ontario to start in the third period. I don't remember if I remember that happening. Yeah, that's correct. All right, so Ontario on the power play to start the period. Well, they ended the period finishing off at a power play. It must have been right at the last whistle. Vanes must have done something to draw the ire of the officiating crew, and he's in the sin bin and start things off. Ontario looking to come away with it. They get it out to center ice. Lapensee with speed. Lapensee trying to cut to the inside and run into there by Karen. Karen Lapensee exchanged pleasantries there for a moment. Cooler heads have prevailed between the two fellas. Karen, number 8 in your scorecard. And that's goaltender interference. Okay, there we go. Great job by the cameraman, Mr. Aiden Matter. So goaltender interference. I guess they got tired of putting the net back on the mooring. Goaltender interference. I don't remember that happening. All right. Well, I trust you, though, Aiden. Man of your word. Well, power play for next minute here for Ontario. They trail 1-0. Morrison in on the forecheck. Ontario Hockey Academy coming away with it now to center ice. Through the neutral zone, Laycock. Laycock lost the handle on it, got it back. Laycock in the corner. Knew the hit was coming. Braced for the hit. And Norwich got to the puck and got it all the way down. There is no icing. If you're shorthanded and ice the puck at this level, sometimes Norwich will play games where those are the rules. I think those are, depends on who they're playing. This is an international friendly, as I guess we have to call it, because it's an international game. But so because of that, I think we're not under the silly rules that when you ice the puck, when you're shorthanded and you ice the puck, it is still icing. However, if you're on the power play and you ice the puck, as Ontario did there, well, then the arm of the official goes up and play stop, and then it start up all over again. All right. 15:25 remaining here in the second stanza, 1-0. Norwich with the lead. The power play goal by Mr. Morano. That one intercepted at the Norwich blue line. They've been doing a nice job stepping up at all three lines. Burke takes the hit, but got the puck deeper up. There, Carafel fights for the track. Tried to cut inside. Long wouldn't let him through. Here's Frazier now. Frazier reaching for the puck. Frazier protecting the puck. Got it. On the stick of Burke. Burke circling the wagons. Burke with it now. Drops it off. Back to the blue line. Sliding across. Frazier got a man at the back door. That was Burke, and that just failed to click. Great puck movement there as the power play has come to an end. It's 5-on-5. And tremendous puck movement there as Frazier had Burke at the back door. Lurking. Let the shot go, but deflected up and out of play. Tremendous puck movement there by the Norwich Hockey Club. As I always say, that no one skates as fast as the puck's quick shot from the blue line doesn't get through. As that hit a body on the way in, pinching, trying to keep it in now. Down the left wing, couldn't do so now. Going back in is Dick Carafel as he was covering the blue line there. Now it comes away to center. Down the left wing with speed is Kitty. Kitty puts the brakes on. Amazial was in the neighborhood. That's knocked down and picked up by Norwich. They look to settle things down, sending it across. And out to center ice, and away they come with it now. OHA got it over the blue line, but offsides. It was kept in there by Tornius Bell. Nicolas Tornius Bell. 14-17 left to go here. Still no music, though. You need a recommendation box or something like that. I'll leave an anonymous letter. Dear Norwich, we need music. Love everybody. Off the boards now, knocked down. Harrington sending the puck in. They usually do, so maybe it might be some sort of malfunction, or I don't know, but somebody's got to be assigned to the DJ. On it now. Mise Casco sending the puck in. That's knocked down as they slide it across. On it there, Amizal sending it out to center. That's knocked down. Mise Casco lost the handle on it. Sent ahead Merano. Merano will drop it off. Bodies go flying. And coming away with the puck there, Lefton. Lefton with it. Lefton tried to connect him back the other way now with speed through the neutral zone over the blue line. Hunting him down there was Dempsey, and an easy can of corn save there for the goaltender Oliver Lee. Lee hasn't been too busy here this afternoon, but he's been called upon. He's done everything that's asked of him, which is to stop the puck. I remember one time I had the privilege of doing, I don't know if I've told this story, I tell a lot of stories repetitively, but we didn't count concussions back when I played hockey and football, so a lot of the short-term memory, ladies and gentlemen, if there ever was one, it is unavailable to access at this time. Anyway, I digress. So I did a game between Duke and North Carolina when we lived down in Raleigh. Both club hockey teams, now both real good teams. Carolina building a brand new arena on campus, as suggested by the broadcaster in their suggestion box. Anyway, I digress. I don't want to take credit for it, but it was one of my ideas. All right, delayed penalty coming now. Here, I think, against Ontario. Let's see. Interference is the call. Let's see here who it's going to be on. I believe it's on the Ontario Hockey Club. Yes, it is. It's number 83, Freddie Harrington. I wonder if he is related to or knows Steve Harrington. Steve the Hair Harrington. Anyway, I digress. So I was talking to this coach for the Duke. His team won the game 1-0, and his goaltender made like 60-something saves. The guy was just unconscious, yada yada. And the coach for Duke was like 80-something years old and just disgruntled. And well, we'll get back to that in a moment now. Chance now back the other way. Nelson walking in, hounded from behind by Frazier. Might we see a penalty shot? Let's see. No. Hooking is the call. As Frazier got a chunk of his man going by, so Ontario will have a power play in 1 minute and 50 seconds for 10 seconds. I said, Coach, your goalie was unbelievable. I can't believe it. He made 60-something saves, blah, 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 blah. And he just looked at me, and he didn't even really stop walking. He just kind of kept going, like didn't even give me the time of day. And he's like, that's what they're supposed to do. He just kept going right out the door, right to his car, and went home. So Lee doing exactly what he is supposed to do. Here's my long-winded, roundabout, not direct point of the story. As the great Paul Harvey once said, now you know the rest of the story. Sent that to center. Laycock on the backhand. Pizzalia jumped all over that, sliding it across. Got the pass there. Wanted there, Meirano. Meirano got it back. Pizzalia. Pizzalia circumnavigating behind the net. The wrap around the net, way off its moorings. I got to think it might be the goaltender Lee who's been knocking it off quite a few times. Spinorama move there. Amizal got it in front, deflected just wide. Oh, boy, I don't even know what button you pushed there to make that move. I stopped playing at the Sega Genesis. Once it went to more than 3 buttons, that was way too much for this brain to handle. But Amizal clearly a PlayStation or perhaps Xbox user there with the Spinorama move, like I said. I'm not exactly sure how to make that happen, but that young lad executed it to near perfection. 12:08 left to go here in the second stanza. 4-on-4 hockey for the next 1 minute and 7 seconds. Deflected and covering up there is Lee, and there'll be no further play as Lee pounced on it there. 12:01 left to go here. And in the second period, you're watching Norwich Hockey Club hockey. And puck moved at the blue line, walking in with room, letting the shot go waffled aside by Lee. But Lee hasn't faced a lot of shots like we said. He's done what he's supposed to do, but he looks very calm and cool and collected on each shot thus far. I haven't seen him play. It's my first time seeing him play live action. There's usually 2 types of goaltenders besides butterfly and stand-up, although hard to beat a stand-up goaltender nowadays. And then a slashing call going to come here, or high sticking. And usually goaltenders either expend a lot of energy and are all over the place, or they're calm, cool, and collected, or positional goaltending. Neither one is good, though. Don't get me wrong. He's headed to the sin bin. The Carafel and high sticking. So now it's going to be a lot of fun with math time. So it's going to be 4-on-3 for the next 27 seconds. Then it'll be 4-on-4 for 10 seconds. No, for 9 seconds. And then after that, it'll go back to being a power play of 5-on-4 for Ontario. Letting the shot go wobbled aside by Lee. So right now it's a 4-on-3, then it'll be a 4-on-4, then it'll be a 5-on-4. It's a 4-on-3 right now for the next 13 seconds for the Ontario Hockey Academy as they carry the puck through the neutral zone with speed. Down the left wing, cutting in Lapensee. Lapensee still with it. Lapensee still with the puck. Drops it off. Gets it back, walks up. That's the shot goal that just missed. And now it's a 5-on-3. Excuse me, it's a 5-on-3 for 10 seconds. That's what it was. I misspoke there. Now it's a 5-on-4 for 1 minute and 20 seconds as Frazier comes out of the box. Knocked down Morrison. Good hand-eye coordination. Can't get it out, though. Has his pocket picked. And now it's Wong with the puck. Wong got it across. Man at the back door. Reaching for it there like a hungry, hungry hippo. Was the netminder Lee, but he could not corral the final wayward marble. And sent all the way down. I don't know if you guys have ever played Hungry Hungry Hippo late at night while your wife is sleeping upstairs. It's louder than you think. With the 2 little children at the time, I think Luke was probably about 8 and Sophie was probably about 5. And busted out the Hungry Hungry Hippo 1 or 2 a.m. one night. Boy, Michelle was so happy. Laycock keeping the puck in. I didn't realize it was that loud, you know. And once the game's on, big stop by Lee. And a penalty coming up here. Hooking is the call. So back to the 5-on-3 we'll go. Yeah, as it turns out, Hungry Hungry Hippo's a loud game. Who knew? But like I said, you know, once the game's on, what are you going to tell the kids, you know? Hold it down? All right, well, maybe that would have been the way to go, but maybe we could have put it on the rug, maybe absorb some more of the sound looking back on it. But a 5-on-3 here for Ontario. Midway through the second period, looking for the equalizer. They win the faceoff. Ruski Jones, he gets it back, letting the shot go. Lee in position there. And as we tell you, Lee looks to be in position way before the shots get there. Letting the shot go. Lee anticipated that one and reaching forward and holding on. As Pizzalia puts the headlock on there. And Coach Sheehan upset about something. As Lee covers up and makes the save. 9:40 left to go here. And now the officiating crew and Coach Sheehan having words. I was upset about, I think he was looking for some goaltender interference. Wasn't happy with the way Lee was treated on that last play. Here's a chance now off the boards. Getting it back now, Ruski Jones. He slides it across right on the stick of Costco. Lets the shot go deflected. They score! And the Mavericks capitalize on the 5-on-3 as Pizze Costco. Maybe it wasn't deflected. He's leading the brigade. So was the first power play over? Because if it was, then we'll be back to 5-on-5. That's important. If not, it will be a power play for another minute and 29 seconds. I'm not quite sure. I was following the puck, but if that first power play expired, which it looks to have done on the clock, then the other player should be out of the box. 2 seconds left was on it. Oh, that's unfortunate for Norwich. So 1:29 left to go. No, they took him out of the box. So it's back to 5-on-5. So they are saying that the goal was scored after the power play had expired. It looks that way that's what they're saying is he came out of the box, but Norwich has still got 4 skaters on the ice. And now they've got 5 skaters on there. There we go. All right, so I guess the goal was scored after the power play, but either way, well, that's a big call there by the officials because rather than continuing on the power play for the next minute and a half, it's now back to 5-on-5. So that means they did not score on the 5-on-3. They scored on the 5-on-4. All right, so 1-1 is the score now. The goal by Pizze Costco, power play goal for Ontario, and we are tied at 1 with 9:05 left to go here in the second stanza. A real good affair here this afternoon. And keeping it in there was La Pense. Skating away with the left and down the right wing. Just out of the reach of Bautista. No, he's Casco. Gets the goal. As Ruski Jones is bumped off the puck by Lefton, knocked down by Wood. Wood sending it to Laycock. Up ahead, that one's read like a fine piece of literature. Lefton trying to toe drag to himself. Lost the handle on it, following up. Langlois lets the shot go. Lee making the save. Back to the blue line it comes down. Wanted there. Langlois lets the shot go. That went straight up in the air. Waiting for it to settle down. Finally it does. Chops it. Long down for Croteau. Into the corner. Quickly on it there. Was Harrell. Colin Harrell now with the puck. A lot of energy from that young lad. I haven't called his name all night. I don't know if this might be his first shift, but I'll tell you what. The way he's skating around out there, he might be earning himself more ice time than this broadcaster's humble opinion. Only 30 seconds, but I noticed him. Well, looks like we're going to get a hooking call here. La Pense headed to the sin bin, so Norwich will be headed to their third power play of the day. Now, power play is getting a little bit more frequent for my liking. If you're a fan of the program, and I thank you for being so. And you know I prefer 5-on-5 hockey, ladies and gentlemen, but that's just me. An old geezer now. I'm headed towards that realm. When I was a young whippersnapper, you had to take off somebody's head to get a penalty. Dag nabbit. Face off one now. Slid across on it to Amizal. Amizal's had a good game. Over to Burke. Rack for Burke now straight away. Burke lets the shot go. Traffic in front deflected. As Pizzalia goes to forward here on the power play for Coach Sheehan. Back for Burke. Burke at the point. Burke slides it across. Frazier at the dot straight away. Amizal back for Frazier. Frazier walks the line. Hard across for Burke. Burke went to go get it. Keeping it in now, Burke. Burke lets the shot go. Doesn't get through. Ends up In the corner now, Pizzalia on it there. Pizzalia saucering it back. Nice job by Mizalda keeping it again. We see Norwich on the power play in complete possession of the situation and of the puck. Pinching in Burke. Burke couldn't get it and came back to the blue line, but there Amizal kept it in, lost the handle on it, and came back out to center there. Dorgier sending it up ahead now, letting the shot go. Lee, the save. It'll hold on. No further play. Still a minute left to go on the power play. Boy, when you win the faceoff and you have possession of the puck, the clock just ticks very slowly. Still over a minute left to go. 1:01. Half the power play still left. That shows you how important the faceoffs are. You get the faceoff, you get possession. You get possession, you get shots. You get shots, you get goals. You get goals, you get wins. You get wins, you get championships. In the championships, you get parades, ladies and gentlemen. You don't win the faceoff, you don't get the party. Down the left wing now. Dropping it off there. Proto got it out in front, sliding it across, pulling the trigger. Lee, top of the crease. Nice stop there by the netminder, Ocean Lee, turning, wheeling. There was Marano. Marano's got one yesterday, one today. And that's a total for 2, if my math is correct. And ladies and gentlemen, like Tony Stark, you know it always is. My math wasn't incorrect before, just for the record. I had the wrong guy coming out, but my math was right. It was just what I did with it. Down the left wing had a man cutting to the cooker, just for those of you at home might be saying, Scotty, you messed up the power play a little while ago, and I did. And I know that, and thanks for pointing it out, but it wasn't the math that was wrong. It was just the variables. Down the left wing, letting the quick shot go. Nice stop there by Lee as Frazier broke down the left wing with speed. 6:14 left to go here in the second stanza. 1-1 is the score. A real good affair here between the Mavericks and the Norwich Hockey Club. Elliot Vines leaning in to take the draw. They've been calling him Vines. I think it's Vine. I'm not sure. Now I'm questioning myself. Is it Vane E-I or Vine? No, Vine would be I-N-E. Yeah, that's how you spell Vane. I'm a nurse for crying out loud. Back to the blue line. Walking the line with it, letting the shot go, but I just know how to spell Vane, I-V. That's since you're Venus. That's not really Vane. Anyway, I digress. All right, out of the box now. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Behind it now, Marano. Marano with it. Marano sources it back to the blue line. Protecting the puck there. Good spin-around move there by Vanes. Vanes with the puck. Lifts it for Marano. Marano trying to get it back to Pizzalia. Pizzalia. That's a very good little defensive play there by Zachary Pizzalia. He stepped up. The forward chipped the puck past him. He didn't look at the puck one bit. He just took the man, took the forward. Didn't let the forward get by. The puck got by, of course, but he had another defenseman going to get it. And that doesn't show up in the scorecards or in the sabermetrics or the cybermetrics or whatever math the kids are doing these days. Boy, oh boy, I got a young defense lady at home, and I'm writing down that play right now. I'm going to show that to her for certain. That is how you play D. A power play coming up now. Here, once again, for Norwich. All right. Write that down in my handy-dandy notebook. I'll go over that with the young lady later on, but if you got a young lady or lad playing defense at home, you may want to show that to him as well. I mean, I don't tell other people how to raise their defense ladies or defensemen, but you do what you want. It's your kid. I'm not trying to overstep my bounds here in the broadcast booth. Bouncing puck at the blue line. So Norwich looking to get the lead back here on the power play. Away comes Burke. Burke down the left wing. Beautiful drop pass. Had a man cutting right to the cooker. They score! Zachary Pizzalia right up the gut. Made a beautiful play there. Burke cut in, dropped it to him. Pizzalia buries the biscuit there after the tremendous defensive play moments ago. That nobody's going to remember. He buries the biscuit. A power play goal. As Burke carried it in, dropped it off beautifully. And Norwich, their second power play goal, of the afternoon. Nice job there by Zachary Pizzalia. He was playing, I think, forward again on the power play as he had the power play before. Quick shot wide of the netminder Lee. So 2-1 now the score as Norwich regains the lead. A power play goal by Pizzalia. Well, that's what you like to see, playing great defense and then burying the biscuit.
Dahlia, assisted by number 21, Burke.
Burke with a beautiful dish. Well, some local kids there, both right here in the area, both Seahawks at one time. Combining there for the goal for Coach Sheehan. Up ahead with 4:15 left to go. That hopped over the stick. And chasing it down is Tornadius Bell. That came out in front dangerously. Lee stretching forward and found it through traffic. A little bit of miscommunication there for Norwich. And led to a real good opportunity for the Mavericks. But Lee had to be alert and was just that. 4 minutes, 6 seconds left to go here in the second stanza. The middle stanza, Shakespeare's favorite stanza. As taught to me back in the old college days. And the quick shot right off the foot there, doesn't get through. Quick shot, back the other way now. Here comes Norwich through the neutral zone, lost the handle on it. Chasing it quickly now, Karen. Karen the only man back. Pizzalia joins them to help out. Karen sent flying there in the corner as bodies collide. Aaron gathering his faculties still. Norwich with 3 guys in the corner, but Ontario coming away with it. Got it back in front. Karen looking for his pound of flesh. A little bit of revenge there. In the corner it goes and all the way down. On it now. Quickly on it is Fung. Fung hounded there. Good job to chase him down by Bautista. In the corner it comes down. Bautista in on the forecheck there along with Lefton. Lefton coming away with the puck. Knocked down. Up ahead, Nelson. Nelson tried to connect. Ends up being a shot on goal, so no icing. And 3:14 left to go here. In the second stanza, 2-1. Your score, Pizzalia. Zachary Pizzalia. And Sheldon Meirano. Your goal scorers both on the power play here for Coach Sheehan and the Norwich Hockey Club. Taking on the old Ontario Hockey Academy from our neighbors to the north. The wonderful country of Canada. I love Canada. Beautiful, beautiful place, beautiful people. Of course, hockey the #1 sport up there, so I fit right in. Across the blue line now, Vanes stepping to the outside. Just a beautiful place. Along the boards now, back to the blue line it goes. That's kept in. Not that I've never been to Western Canada. I've been to Quebec, Montreal, and Toronto, and Mississauga, and those areas up there. Well, that's about it. I haven't really toured Canada, but every time I've gone, I've had a great time. Met great people, and I was privileged enough. I got to, on my 19th birthday, took Amtrak all the way up with a bunch of friends from Long Island. I went to go see the Islanders and Montreal Canadiens. I think it was 1991, maybe 92, somewhere in that ilk. Patrick Roy was still on the team, and it was wild. You get to the Montreal Forum back in the day. I got to go to the Montreal Forum, thank God. I got to see the Montreal Forum and the Boston Garden before they were gone, so very lucky. You get the standing room only tickets, and you just wait, and they just hurtle you in like cattle, and then they open the door, and I'm like, well, what's supposed to happen? My friend's like, you got to run. I was like, what? Yeah, we got to run to our seats. I was like, oh, fantastic. I opened the gates, and it's like the running of the Bulls. At first, the running of the Montreal fans, a couple of New Yorkers. And you just run to your spot and standing room only. But I tell you, I remember about the Montreal Forum, though, the best hot dog I ever did have. I had at the Montreal Forum, a fried big hot dog on buttered bread, like grilled cheese bread, but without the cheese, just grilled. Grilled bread, I suppose. Anyway, you get the picture. And everything crispy, the bread crispy, the butter cooked in, the hot dog crispy. Love the Montreal Forum. And only the championship banners, Coupe de Stanley up in the rafters. It's a beautiful place. Very privileged I got to see one there. Of course, Montreal won like 8-1, but that's another story for another time. De Carafel now. Over the blue line with speed, down the right wing, cutting in, letting the shot go, Lee! He scores! Jacob De Carafel! Got the shot away. Lee made the save. I don't think De Carafel ever got back to the rebound. I think it just careened or corralled or found its way in. Had some sort of inertia. And he buries the biscuit there. And a big goal there as Norwich extends the lead to a 2-goal lead for the first time today. 3-1 is the score. A beautiful burst of speed there by De Carafel. So 3-1 is the score. 2 goals here in the second stanza. That one. Walking in, pulling the trigger, glove save, the rebound gets pushed just wide. And let me guess, the net has come off its protective moorings. How did I know? And Norwich buzzing around in there now at the end of the stanza. Nick Carafel burying the biscuit, and they almost made it 4-1 there. And they can smell blood in the water right now. They would love to have a 3-goal lead headed back to the locker room as they walk by the concession stand, which I'll be headed to myself. They were at a Twix, though. So it'll be a game time decision when I get back there, I can tell you that. Back the other way now, over the blue line, dumping it into the corner, 45 seconds to go. Ryan Burke had himself a nice weekend. Real good, just solid hockey player. And can obviously bury the biscuit. A very good player. And that's the thing with this team, is very, very deep. They had a couple of stars before. And very good teams all along, all 3 years. But this year, very deep. I've got a lot of new players on the team this year, so still gelling, still trying to find their way a little bit. In the chemistry department, that is, but you can see it starting to come together, as they say. And for the Norwich Hockey Club, they lead this one 3-1. And that's going to do it. As the buzzer sounds and the second period comes to a close, you're watching Norwich Hockey Club hockey here on the Sulu Broadcasting Network. Your score at the end of 2. Oh, I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I had the scoreboard wrong there because I usually have the home team on the right. And Norwich switches it up, and they go to the left. So there you go. Now we got it right. Norwich 3-1. I apologize for that. All right, we'll be right back with the start of the third period in about 20 minutes. Enjoy your intermission. Get that Funyuns ready to go. Pour that sarsaparilla high. We'll see you back here for the third chapter of this unwritten story. Enjoy the intermission, everybody. 3-1, Norwich leading. Oh my! Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the third and final stands are about ready to get underway here between the Mavericks of the Ontario Hockey Academy and the Norwich Hockey Club boys. 3-1 is the score. Goals by De Carafel, Zachary Pizzalia, and Sheldon Mairano for Norwich. The score of Mise Casco for Ontario. I keep wanting to say Omaha because I see OHA. I keep wanting to say Omaha. Ontario not very close to Omaha. Never been to Omaha. I don't think I've been to Nebraska. No, Omaha's in Nebraska, right? As waffled aside by Lee off into the rafters there and draws the whistle. 16:42 left to go here. The third and final stanza. Norwich looking to complete the sweep. They won yesterday 6-0. And they lead here by the score of 3-1. The boys just came out. The ice fresh and clean. Hopefully you got a couple of things done on your honey-do list. Let's run into the boards hard there was Wong and slid across. On it now. Cote Tardif. Tardif will drop it off Morrison. Morrison giving chase, ends up behind the net on the stick there. Lapense trying to carry it out. That was knocked down by Leo Cote Tardif. Chasing it down now is Karen. Karen got a big chunk of his man there on the forecheck, and he's a little bit slow to get up behind the play. Looks like he's all right, though. Back to his feet there. I think that was Lapense, it is. Karen came over to make sure he's all right. It wasn't a dirty play by any sense of the imagination there by Karen. Lapense back to his feet, and okay. That's what we'd like to see. We love big, hard, good hits, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Solu, but we always want to see the boys and the girls spring right back up. There's the face-off. Running just outside the zone. Keenan Nelson having a discussion with the officials about why no penalty was called, I imagine. As is the coaching staff, but none seem to be forthcoming here in the early goings of the third period. We're on the face-off. Just outside the zone, one and sent in by Fung. Behind the net, Lee left it there for Frazier. Trying to get the puck out, came back to the blue line, kept in, now comes out to center. Chasing it down there is Biaze Casco. Settling it back down for Norwich was Frazier. Frazier up along the boards. A lot of neutral zone play right now. Norwich is fine with that with a 2-goal lead in the third stanza. And behind the net, sending it hard around, waiting for it there. Dorgier. That one came along to Lee. Lee will cover up, and there'll be no further play. A lot of whistles here in the early going in the third stanza. The game, of course, a little bit sluggish right now, like a wet sponge. As the great Ted Stryker once said. Hero of mine as a young child, of course. Leaning in now, Lefton to take the face-off. Face-off one back for Testa. Tried to get it. That was pulled down and back the other way now. Here comes Norwich through the neutral zone. Lost the handle on it. And there did number 86. That's Batista. I think it was actually Frazier carrying the puck. Batista. I just happened to look up and see. All right. Anyway, I digress. Meirano on the back check, making life difficult there for Bees Costco. He goes behind the net. Meirano on it there. He took the hit, but got the puck out. Along the boards it comes now. On it there quickly. Left in. We'll send it up. Down the left wing. They go over the blue line. Got it down in front. On the backhand. Never pulled the trigger. Staying with it though. Meirano went back to the blue line. Nobody home there. And it'll go all the way down to the goaltender Lee. Lee out to play. Lee calmly out there. Lee now going for an adventure. Sends it up and out all the way to center ice. Luckily for him as he gets back in between the pipes. And Ontario still offsides. Play is blown dead. Not sure why, though. Ontario never touched it. I guess if you don't try and retreat, they blow it dead automatically. Okay. I didn't know that was a rule. Let's see why you can't just continue to pursue the puck. Ref thought otherwise. All right, leaning in to take it now is Baines. All right, Michael Bossie's old number 22. On the faceoff, back to blue line, letting the shot go. That goes off a stick behind that. A man cutting to the cooker. Tried to get it to him there, but couldn't connect. Behind the net it goes now. Jabbing at it, Baines in the neighborhood. There. Can't see who that is. That Bautista? The jersey was a little crinkled up. No, 92. I apologize. That's Harrell. Colin Harrell. So Harrell out there now. Croteau. And Baines. Baines wins it. Back to the blue line. Stepping up with it. Zial. Zial. Got it back on the net now. Right through the goal mouth. Is cutting through his Croteau. Back the other way now. Down the right wing with speed. Comes Ontario. Nice job stepping up and taking the body there. And then taking the play away was Terneas Bell. All it around. Chasing it into the corner now. Fleetham. Fleetham got it behind the net. Jumping on it quickly there. Lalonde. Lalonde in the corner. Lalonde lost the handle on it. Came back to the blue line. Kept in there by Fleetham. Fleetham got it down low. Big collision there. And one of the Norwich players grasping at his knee. I think we're going to get a kneeing call. We are. Kneeing is the call. And oh, boy. Absolutely. There's a knee-on-knee play at the blue line, and the Norwich player hurt there. And Harrington's in the sin bin, but I don't know if he's the one who committed the penalty. And right now, the concerns for the I don't even know who the Norwich player is, and I apologize, but. Hate to see this. Knee-on-knee collision. Back to his feet, but certainly shooken up there. Well, it's Baines, Elliot Baines. Hopefully he's all right. Just helped off the ice, not putting any weight on the left leg. Ugh. It was Harrington who committed the penalty, and he's out of the game for kneeing. And to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, I was following the puck a little bit, did not actually see the contact. I saw him after he was hitting spinning, and then I saw the ref call knee. So I cannot, in good conscience, even comment on the play because I truly did not have eyes on it. So. I don't think it's fair for me to comment. All right, so the faceoff will be deep in the Ontario zone. And a major penalty to Harrington. As Norwich will be headed to their fifth power play of the night. And just hope that it's not too serious for Elliot Baines, who got helped into the locker room. And just hope he's all right. All right. Power play for Norwich deep in the Ontario zone, a 5-minute major. So good opportunity here for the Norwich Hockey Club to really put the game out of reach here. And as Dave Carafel leaning in to take the draw. Against Elkin, wins it cleanly. And now Burke with the puck at the blue line, came back to Burke. Burke sliding it across. Off the stick of Frazier. Frazier, nice move to protect the puck. Frazier cuts inside, lets the shot go. Nice save by Lee. The rebound, Lee makes the save there and goes up and out of play. 4:41 left to go in the major penalty to Harrington. 13:18 left to go in the affair. Just a disappointing scenario there right now. 13-18 left to go. Face off deep. One by Norwich. Back to the blue line. Tracking it down. Frazier. Frazier slid it across. Quickly now on the stick of Burke. Burke sending it down low. Sliding it across. Doesn't get through. Knocked down by Testa. And Testa will send it all the way down. Burke will give chase now. Burke on the puck behind his own net. Puts the brakes on. Burke gets it back now. Down the left wing. Beautiful breakout there by Norwich. Burke down the left wing, makes the move. Burke at the dot, poke checked away there by Fung. And that was a beautifully executed breakout by the Norwich Hockey Club there. Burke left it. I'm not actually quite sure who got the puck back. I do apologize because it was a beautiful play. Here's Burke now with it. Burke letting the shot go through a screen, saved by Lee, and there'll be no further play. A little bit of pushing and shoving after the play now as Costco went after his man there. I think it was Dick Carafel. That was Tenerius Bell, excuse me. As it looks to be. No, it was 98. Oh, Dorgier. Boy, these great numbers. No wonder on the eyes. They look good, though. I think I just need bigger lenses, new prescription. I've been having trouble seeing all weekend. Not just this game. To be honest with you, we're all friends here, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's time for me to go to Pearl Vision. Maybe you need thicker glasses, sweetheart. Yeah, maybe I do. As the great Jerry Callow once said. Joe Pesci, Ralph Macchio, my cousin Vinny. The debut of Marissa Tomei worked very hard to get rid of her New York accent, and the first role she landed in Hollywood, she was asked to overdo her New York accent. Of course, went on to tremendous career, latest known for, I think, the Aunt May. And the last couple of Spider-Mans and Avengers. I didn't like Aunt May being young at first, but she actually did a fantastic job. Along the boards now, trying to come away with it. Morrison. Digging, mucking. And on it there, Costco. At the old Zamboni door, battling in front of the net is Karen. Karen just parking his Tookus right in the crease there, making things uncomfortable for Lee. And cleared and came out to center. Hops over to stick in Mirano, and away to center ice it goes. 3 minutes left to go on the power play. Pazzalia. A little bit of trouble with it there. And on to stick. Coteau. Coteau up for Mirano. Mirano couldn't find it. Pazzalia handles the bouncing puck. That goes off the elbow and back out to center, and chasing it down there, Jeremy Karen. Karen leaves it for Mirano. Mirano under duress. Sidesteps the check. He gets it back. Nifty little pass there from Coteau. Coteau trying to send the puck across. Nobody home, and back the other way now, shorthanded. Ruski Jones. Ruski Jones over the dot. Lets the shot go. Nice job by Morrison to getting away. Pazzalia moves him off the puck. Monties go flying behind the net there as Mirano came charging through, and back the other way now. Here comes Norwich. Morrison down the right wing. He'll dump it in. Charging after it there is Cote Tardif. Comes back to the blue line. Amazial kept the puck in now, as does Morrison. Morrison with the toe drag, walks in, lets the shot go, deflected just wide. 2:05 left to go here in the major penalty against Harrington. Face off now. The puck now deep in the Norwich zone, carrying the puck out now. Frazier down the right wing on the backhand, went off the side of the post. Kareem's around in front. And Ontario coming away with it. Back the other way. Laponce, he lets the laser beam go. Oh, with the outstretched Mizuno there of Lee. Frazier leaves it off. And away comes Norwich now. Good first pass out of the zone there for Cote Tardif. That one bounces its way back out to center. Knocked down there by Amazial. Amazial will send it back in. Marcus Amazial, number 77. And Raymond Bork's old number, you might say Pierre Turgeon. You may even say Paul Coffey. Our friends in Western Canada. And that's sent all the way down wide of the goaltender Lee, where Frazier, with 9:44 left to go in the affair, with Norwich up by 2, will lead them out. A minute left to go on the major penalty to Harrington. Beautiful pass up ahead to Carafel, stepping to the outside. Excuse me. Dorje, excuse me. Lost the handle on it behind the net. Back to the blue line it goes. Beautiful pass across. Had the man there leaping to keep it in. Nice play there. Walking off the boards, got it back out in front, bouncing puck. That was left in moments ago. Giving that great effort now, Frazier. Looking to close the gap. Down the right wing, Frazier chopping at his man. Lapense goes flying. And Frazier comes away with the puck, but Lapense got right back up. In on the forecheck. Frazier a little bit of trouble with it. Now out they come with it. Can't get it out. Nice job there. By Ontario, but right on the stick now with Jack Frazier. Frazier down the right wing. Frazier trying to cut to the center of the ice. That's a dangerous route to go. You're going laterally. That's a good way to get your bell rung there. Sent all the way down and chasing it. Behind the net on it now is Frazier. Frazier leaves it, and out comes Norwich with speed through the neutral zone. Wheeling and dealing is Burke. Burke to the outside. Burke protecting the puck. Burke still with it. Burke trying to get it back. De Carafel in the neighborhood. That one bounces around in front. Norwich quickly on the puck there. De Carafel couldn't come away with it. Knocked down Fleetham. Fleetham lost the handle on it. And over the blue line, Burke. Burke couldn't get it deep. Pizzalia gets it in, but had a retreat. If he touched it, it would have been an intentional offsides. There's Kitty now. Kitty over the blue line. Kitty trying to step to the inside. Big hit there. Pizzalia had him lined up. Kitty got up looking around. Didn't know the puck was in his foot or in his feet. As now the physical aspect really opened up. Pizzalia going after Kitty once again. Back to the blue line, letting the shot go. That just missed. Tracking it down. On it there is Arbor. Arbor got it behind the net. Cleared but not out. Back to the blue line it goes now. Good puck movement. On the stick there of Costco. He lets the shot go. He's a Costco. Serpentining out to the neutral zone and dumping it in. 7:20 left to go here in the affair. 3-1 is the score. You're watching the Norwich Hockey Club here on the Solu Broadcasting Network. Stay tuned. We got 2 more Seahawk games coming up after this. A Bantam battle as they take on the Huskies of Yukon. And then a midget battle, a U18 battle, kept in at the blue line, letting the shot go to save the rebound, getting the waffle on it, pushed just wide. The net is off its moorings yet again as the goaltender knocked it off again. And he's been doing that all game. The ref's just not even blowing the whistle anymore. And they've iced the puck. That's a big couple of stops there, though, by Ocean Lee, because Norwich goes up by 3, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not saying pack it in or anything like that, but 3's a lot more than 4. You know what I'm saying? Well, 3's a lot more than 2. 3's not more than 4. Used to be. They changed it. 6:46 left to go. What was that? A teacher that used to say that. He would call on you if you had the wrong answer. Used to be, but they changed it. I heard that a lot. There's a chance now, sliding the puck across the lane. The wrist shot, go! That just failed to click. Lurking at the back door was Morrison. But he couldn't break on through to the other side. Bouncing puck now, loose in front, turning, wheeling, letting the shot go. That was Tonko. Got the shot away, and Tonko finishes his check. Puck ends up in the corner, cleared but not out. Knocked down, quick wrist shot, nice save by Lee. As Tonko wanted there. We got a delayed penalty, I think, coming up here against Ontario. As the puck came back out, Tornelius Bell, I think, took a late hit there. Interference is the call. That's a big power play now with 6:08 left to go. Norwich is going to be their 6th power play of the afternoon. They're 2 for 5. Well, if they score here, they can get back to 500. On the power play, 6:09 left to go. A big penalty kill here for Ontario. It's a much bigger penalty kill for Ontario than it is power play for Norwich at this point. Sure, Norwich would love to take the 3-goal lead, but Ontario cannot go down by 3. Chance in front. Big stop there by Lee. He's turning and letting the shot go. Down low. Was Dorsier. Sent all the way down. Oliver Lee will play it up now for Burke. Burke. Behind his own net with the puck now. Comes out the other end. Burke tried to saucer it across, but a little bit out of the reach there. De Carafel. And that's sent back in. Frazier will knock it down. Frazier changes direction once and twice. And left the puck behind the net. Finishing the check though on Frazier. There was Nelson. Nelson put an end to those shenanigans. Back the other way now through the neutral zone, carrying the puck in to Caraful. Caraful behind the net, hard around. Frazier waits on it there. Frazier will walk off the boards with it. He'll slide it across Burke. Burke got a man down low. Deflected in front. That just failed to click. As cutting through was De Carafel. He's already got one. Looking for his second one this afternoon. Taking it to himself. In the corner. Big hit there, but bracing for it. And sending the man flying. Believe it. Can't see who that was. Sliding it across now. Right on the stick. Burke. Burke letting the shot go down to block it. And sent all the way down. Nice play by Ruski Jones. All the way down it goes. And icing is the call. Let's see here. Looks like we got a delayed call. Tripping coming up. On the way back up the ice. I was trying to see who that was on Norwich. Could never identify who made that play. I think it was Diorgi. Diorgier. All right, so 4:34 left to go here in the third stanza. And the power play coming up now. Now in a little bit for Ontario, it'll be 4-on-4 for 26 seconds. Ontario will then be headed to their fifth power play, so 11 in total tonight. That's a bit much, ladies and gentlemen. That's a bit much. Sent ahead now. Meirano down the left wing. 4 minutes left to go. Meirano cutting to the cooker. And there'll be another power play eventually coming up for Norwich here. As holding is the call, so Norwich eventually, after a minute and 40, will go on their seventh power play. So now it's going to be 4-on-4 for 6 seconds. Let's see here if I'm correct, or is it going to be 4-on-3? No, it's going to be 4-on-3 for 6 seconds, then 4-on-4 for a minute and 34 seconds, and then it'll be a power play for Norwich for 20 seconds once that's all said and done. All right, I hope you wrote all that down at home. No chance of me remembering any of that. So 3-1 is the score, knocked down by Amizial. Amizial worked over in the corner, 4 minutes to go in the affair. Morrison in the neighborhood. Bodies collide there. Came back to Meirano. Meirano got it down low. Bouncing puck behind the net, trying to get it back out in front. And those bodies collide in the corner. It's knocked down, sent back out to center. Amazial will give chase. Marcus Amazial gets the puck from the goaltender Lee. And Norwich can't afford to relax here. They're only up by 2. It's not like they've got a 5-goal lead here with 3.5 to go. I feel like the intensity level has dropped off on Norwich. Maybe the injury to Veins may have taken things down a bit. Sometimes that happens. We are all human, ladies and gentlemen, so that's not a critique, just an observation. Big difference. If it's a critique, you'll know. Maybe that's why. It just seems like, to me, the Norwich Hockey Club is taking their foot off the gas here. And this game is far from over. Easy for me to say up here. A lot more difficult to execute on the ice, I can assure you. A bouncing puck left in, giving chase. 3:16 left to go in the affair. Down the right wing they come now. Wong. Wong cutting to the inside. Wong still with it. Wong protecting the puck. Lets the shot go. That one went off the skates there of Courteau. On and down in the corner, trying to dig it loose. Frazier. Frazier, good move to come away with it. Up toward Courteau. Courteau. Cross ice pass. A little too hot to handle. A little too cold to hold. Ends up in the corner. Nice job Lefton on it there. Lefton digging, mucking, trying to come away with it. Can't dig it loose. Heads back towards the blue line. Courteau on it there. Courteau deflected down low. Frazier thought about going, but with a 2-goal lead and 2.5 minutes left to go. Wisely. Usually I want my defenseman pinching every single time, but that's just me. But sometimes you gotta back off a little bit. And here's Burke now with the puck on a string. Burke dancing. Burke behind the net. Burke still with it. Burke puts the brakes on, sliding across over to the back door off the skates of Lefton. Could never get the shot away. Chipped ahead now, reaching forward and breaking it up there was Frazier. Nice play there by Frazier. Well, it's knocked down by Jack Frazier, number 89 in your scorecard with exactly 2 minutes to go in the affair. All around. Burke will retreat to go get it. Burke on it there. Burke puts the brakes on. Burke will leave it now for Frazier. Frazier back for Burke. Burke will gain the red line. Burke will gain the blue line. Burke trying to knife his way in. Ran into a couple of Ontario players there. As they look to come away with it, they got it out to center. Chopping out of there was Minato. Can't get around Frazier. Now that he outside, coming away with the puck. Frazier diving, getting a chunk of the puck. Slid across on the back end. Reaching across the goal line to make the save was Lee. And there'll be no further play. Well, Frazier going to head to the sin bin for tripping, I think. So Ontario will now be headed to their 6th power play. They're 1 for 5 on the afternoon. So that is now 6 plus 7. 13 power plays now here today, ladies and gentlemen. And I think, looks like we may have a timeout called. Yes, we do. Timeout called here, I believe. I think the timeout was called by Ontario. So timeout called with 1:23 left to go. We'll see if they're going to pull the goalkeeper here, go for the extra skater right away. They're going to be on the power play, so they could have a 6-on-4, which is a 2-man advantage. We'll see what Ontario decides to do here. And you're watching a Norwich Hockey Club organization. Now, Frazier, 2 minutes for tripping. When are we together again, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, there it is. Next Saturday. Right here is the Norwich Hockey Club being hosts to the Wonderland Wizards. Right here next Saturday at 2:45 p.m. Be sure to join us. It really is such a privilege to be able to call these games. I'm a very, very lucky individual, let me tell you. Get to do these games, the Seahawks, the Coast Guard Academy. I do a couple of Sea Captains games when I can. If you haven't come down to a Sea Captains game, ladies and gentlemen, they are a fantastic organization, or NA3HL junior organization. They're playing tonight right here against the Binghamton Buzz. Last night was a tremendous affair, 4-2. Norwich won. Binghamton 10-3 on the year, 3 losses to Norwich. The third one last night. They're going at it again tonight. They're in first place. Norwich now only a point behind them. So if you can make it down to the Rose Garden tonight, face-off is at 7 or 7:15. I'm telling you, it's real good hockey. It's real exciting. So face-off one sent all the way down towards the empty net. So they do keep the goaltender on the bench as advised by the broadcaster. I don't think there's rocket science there or any groundbreaking decision by the Mavericks. Sent ahead now, letting the shot go, doesn't get through. There's a nice job there by Amazial. Not allowing the shot to get through. Behind the net, trying to get it out in front. That's knocked down. On it there, Lapense. Lapense still with it. Lapense took it all the way back to the blue line, left it for Ruski Jones. Came back to Lapense. Lapense lost the handle on it. Came back, Ruski Jones. Ruski Jones down to the goal line. Trying to get it back out in front. That careens around. And back to Ruski Jones at the blue line. Ruski Jones couldn't keep it in. And back the other way, making the move now. Gorgier lets the shot go at the empty net. He scores! The icing on top of the cake. The cherry placed on top of the sundae. The Parmesan cheese atop the baked ziti. Somebody call me a cab. This one's over. 4-1 is the score. An empty net goal there by Luca Dorgier. So a big goal there as Norwich will complete the sweep here this weekend. 4-1 is your score. Face off at center ice. The ref drops the puck. And we are back underway with 20 seconds left to go. Looks like we might get another penalty coming up here. It's Ontario. No, it's offside, so nothing coming, so that's good. And that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen, under 10 seconds left to go. Lee just obstructing the view there. Sent in by Costco, and that's going to do it. The buzzer sounds. And this one has come to a close. Our Norwich Hockey Club getting the sweep on home ice here this weekend, going 2-0. Taking it here today 4-1. Hey, Solu, top dog of the affair, is going to go to number 21, Donovan Burke. There's a lot of guys I could pick today. It was a very good team effort. There was nobody that really truly stood out. I just think Burke had a nice 200-foot game, did a real nice job, and a great job by Norwich as they go 2 for 7 on the power play for the day. And come away with the 2 points here on home ice. So your final, once again, from the Rose Garden here in Norwich, can I give the Norwich Hockey Club 4, the Ontario Hockey Academy Mavericks 1. We'll see you back here next Saturday as Norwich takes on the Wonderland Wizards at 2:45 right here at the Rose Garden. From my cameraman, Mr. Aiden Matter, I've been your host, Scotty Bonner. You've been watching Norwich Hockey Club Hockey. As I get to say hockey twice in the same sentence. Here only on the Solu. Stay tuned as the Seahawks Bantam organization going to be playing host to the Connecticut Junior Huskies coming up next right here on Solu. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everybody. We'll see you back again next weekend. 4-1.